teen bitch movie is exactly what the title hints. A teen-fested dump. Now, I had little to no expectations coming into this movie. I think it's fair. Would you really expect a Disney live-action TV movie named Teen Bitch Movie starring Ross Lynch to be anything but bad? The only thing you would hope to accomplish in watching these movies is finding funny moments worth talking in a YouTube video. Well, let's just say that at the end of the experience, I wasn't disappointed.
Leaving tomorrow. I hope you've packed.
Mac, what does she mean by leaving tomorrow? Mac, what does she mean by leaving tomorrow? Okay, alright. Mac, what does she mean by leaving tomorrow?
Now, the concept of this movie is one I'm not sure I understand. So apparently this girl named Mac is moving away the next day to attend this private school because her dead mom wanted her to go, something like that. And Brady doesn't want her to go because that would mean they would break up. But then there's this magic surfboard thing that showed up in Mac's door, and instead of her freaking out, she starts surfing, and then she gets swept away by an ocean wave alongside Brady because it was trying to save her. Later they transport to an alternate universe where some sort of movie that Brady likes takes place, and now they must wait for another wave that will occur in the next day or something, because I guess it will happen according to the plot of the movie that Brady likes. However, there's this couple Brady and Max somehow accidentally prevent him from meeting and falling in love, which was supposed to happen in the movie that Brady likes, and because they never got a chance to meet, it will somehow prevent the ocean wave from occurring the next day. So now Brady and Meg have to hook those two up in order to go back home, otherwise they will disappear or start automatically singing and not have wet hair. I swear I'm not making this up. I would bash this movie for how ridiculous the plot is, but I feel like the plot jokes itself. Just reading the synopsis of this movie is enough to question the intelligence of this movie. Now, I don't like musicals, and this movie perfectly explains why. It not only features cheesy songs, but it also features musical numbers that do not progress the story whatsoever. What makes the You Wanna Build a Snowman from Frozen great is that it fleshes out what the characters are feeling while also progressing the story. In this movie, only very few songs here actually reflect what a character is going through that actually means something to the movie. Not to mention the actual people that are performing the musical numbers. Oh my god, there were so many shirtless teenagers with swimming suits dancing and singing really corny songs. Every single location of this movie was dominated by teenagers. Bars, clubs, beaches, there was a gang of teenagers. A freaking 1960s mafia gang composed of teenagers. I never felt so demographically lost, and I'm freaking 19. The acting in this movie was Disney sitcom level of bad. They were either over the top or just untrained. I get that some over the top performances were intentional to ridicule the movie that Brady likes, but if this movie was intended to be an homage to cheesy beach party movies, then maybe they should have gone with that direction and actually be more clever with it, not just use that as an extra feature this movie contains just so they can excuse the horrible acting and bad special effects. The characters of this movie were either boring, too unrealistic, incompetent, or just unlikable. My least favorite character was definitely Tanner. This guy proved that just with one shot you can hate someone so much. Something about this guy's attitude and facial expression makes me want to punch this douchebag in the face.
Pretty smart guy.
Yeah, but more pretty.
The only two things kind of redeemable that came out of this movie were those two villains. I probably should hate them, but they're so over the top and cliche I can't help but laugh.
It will literally still the oceans, so there's no longer surf. It'll create humidity so dense, it'll rust every piece off of those shiny chrome machines. I shall triumph! Triumph, I say!
The main character Brady was actually not that bad, not just in terms of acting but also his motivations. Of course, there are a few things I don't understand about him. For instance, he wanted to live in the universe of the movie forever. Doesn't he have a family? You know what, that's a good question. Does he have a family? Who does he live with? Does he live with Mac's grandfather? Mac was played by a mediocre actress, and I'm not sure I understand why did she suffer the bad weather and ditch a private school. Also, she would constantly attempt to walk away in the middle of a conversation. Like, that's to add dramatic tension. Overall, I think this movie is one you should avoid. You're better off just buying the stupid songs they're obviously trying to sell. However, I expected worse from this movie. I guess anyone 10 of the movie set the bar low for me. Anyway, subscribe if you want to watch more of my content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye for now.
I like the way this movie ends.
Movie? What movie?
Glad you asked. It seems we're all in this movie, and we're the villains.
Intriguing. Tell me more.